I'm going to show you how to create a basic stat program so you can see information about a file. You might want to know things like if it's a file or if it's a directory or things like that. And in order to make this easier to see the stat program, I have some files here. So take a look at asm lib.asm. It just has things like print character, print num, print octal, print string, A to I, just those things in there so you can see how to do things. All right, I've already assembled it. And now I'm going to work on my stat.asm. So the first thing I want to do is create a section for my data, and this is where I can create my strings. I've got a usage string. I want to define that as usage colon, let's have a new line, and then we're going to have it say stat file name, have a new line and a null termination. Next, I'm going to have some strings that I use for other things like file, so I can print out the string file and null terminate that one. I want a string, let's do size because we care about the size, and string mode, which is really like permissions. So we have mode, and let's go the file type as well. And that would be file type. All right, so we've got these strings in there. Now I want a section for my buffer when I run my stat command or syscall. So I'll call this buffer and reserve bytes of 144, which is big enough to store the stats. Space for stat buffer. Okay. I also need a text section where I tell it that my start function or label is global. And I'm going to be using some external pieces from that ASM lib. So I need print num, which just prints out a number. I need a extern print octal, extern print str, and extern print char. All right, so I got that out of the way. Now I can go ahead and start with my program. So the program is going to go ahead and first verify that I have enough arguments so I can print out my usage statement if I don't. So I'm going to do that by checking out my argc, verify that I have enough characters there. So I move into RAX, the dereference value at the stack pointer, which is my argc. And I can compare that. So I compare RAX to 2, and basically I'm doing a if argc is less than 2, then I want to go to my usage statement. So do a show usage. And so jump less than show usage. So let's go ahead and write that now. Show usage. And what I do for the show usage is I move into RDI, the usage string, so I can print usage. I'm going to call my print str function that is attached. It's going to be linked together. And after that, I want to just exit the program. So I'll move into RAX, value 60, which is my sys exit. I'll move into RDI, value 1 as my exit code, and then do a syscall. And while I'm at it, I want to have a normal exit as well. And I'll just move into x86-60. Once again, that's the sys exit. Move into RDI, value of 0, because that's a normal thing. Exit code. And then do a syscall. All right. Now, after I have verified there are enough arguments, I want to print out the file name. So print the file name. So how do I do that? Well, first I want to move into RDI, the string, so file, which basically does a print file colon, just that portion. Then I do a call print str. Then I want to move into, so we currently have the file name on the, well, in our arguments, right? So move into RDI, the dereference value at RSP plus 16. So RSP is, as we can see right here, it is my argc. RSP plus 8 is argv0, and RSP plus 16 is argv1. So this is our file name. So I'm going to go ahead and print that by calling print str. Next, after I have printed out this string, I want to print a new line. So move into RDI 10. So print new line. And then I would call print char. All right, so now I printed out the file name, and so that should be good. I want to go ahead and now get my system call, run that. So I'm going to call the new f stat at syscall. And in order to do that, I move into RAX, the value 262, which is my sys new f stat at. I'm going to move into RDI, the value of -100, which is how I tell it that I am going to use the file description of the current working directory instead of opening a file descriptor. Next, I'm going to move into RSI, the name of the file. So that is RSP plus 16. So it's the argv of 1. And then move into RDX, the buffer. So it's the buffer for stat info. And I'm going to move into R10, 0 for my flags. And then I do a syscall. If that is successful, I can compare RAX to 0. And basically, if there's an error, then go to exit because it didn't work. And so if I jump less than 0, I go to exit. All right. Next, I want to print out my size. So print out the size right there. And the way I do that is I move into RDI, my size buffer, or the size string. So, and then I call print str. I move into RDI, the actual size, which is a little offset for the buffer. So it's a buffer plus 48 is the size. And I do a print, call print num. And then I want another new line character. So let's go ahead and print that right there. So I got a new line. All right. After I print out my size, I want to look at the mode. So print mode. And what I do is I move into RDI, the value of the mode label or string, call print stir. I want to then extract the mode from the buffer. So I move into RAX. Let's see, this is buffer plus 24 will get me the mode, the full mode. That's the full thing. And I want to get just the permissions right here. So like a file might be 644 or 755. We want to get that portion, right? So when you do an AND operation, so we AND RAX with 07777 in octal to get permissions. Now we want to move this number we just extracted, RDI, into RDI, so we can then print it out. We're going to call print octal. And then we want to get our new line character there. So we have our number in octal. So that should print out something kind of like print in octal. So something visible we understand. Okay. Next we want to, let's see, we got the file name, we got the size, we got the mode. Let's go ahead and print out the file type. The file type is actually from the mode portion, but we're going to go ahead and grab that. So print file type, and we're just going to print out a number. So how do we do that? Well, first, the number is tied to the type of file. So a directory is equal to 004, so 4 in octal. So but that's decimal, that's still a 4. And a regular file is equal to 0.010 in octal, which is 8 in decimal. That's why it's a 10. So just know what that is. If you want to later look at this and do comparisons to figure out if it's a directory or not, you can do that. So I want to print out this string about the file type. So move into RDI, my stir file type string. And then I'm going to call print stir. And then after that, I want to move into RAX, the value that was in buffer plus 24, which extracts the whole mode. I want to then AND that with RAX, and RAX with 0170000 in octal. So that is 4 bits right there that I'm ANDing. So I'm going to get the file type. Now this is hard to read that way. I want to get rid of these 12 bits in octal. So I'm going to shift right RAX by 12, which will make it so it's much easier to read. Shift for readability. All right. And then I'm going to move that into RDI so I can print it out. So print in octal. Call print octal. And then I want to have a new line character right there. Now let's go ahead and add an extra new line character at the end. So print another new line. All right. I think that looks pretty good. So we're printing out the file name, the size, the mode, and the file type. If I have not made any mistakes, then that should be good. So I'll go ahead and assemble it. NASM minus L, so it's an x86-64 stat, and we're gonna make a stat.o file. Then we're gonna link these two together. I already have the asm.o. I could have assembled it, but that's fine. And so I need the asm.o, my stat.o, and I'm going to link these together and make stat. Now I can run stat on asm.o, maybe. And it says, okay, so this file is asmlib.o. Here's the size, here's the mode, here's the file type, which is 10, which indicates that it is a regular file. We're going to run it on the stat command itself that I just barely assembled. And you can see, okay, the permissions are now different, size different. We can even run it on the directory, so the dot directory. And we see, okay, the dot directory is 4 for a directory. So that's how you write a simple stat program. You can see the code in the description.